Hi, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to do a pick a card reading on if you're going to get pregnant in May of 2020. So this is going to be card 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and close your eyes, take a deep breath, and when you open them, the first pile that you see is going to be the pile for you. I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple seconds. All right, let's begin with pile 1. So will pile 1 get pregnant in May of 2020? We have the 9 of Wands in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Death card. Okay, so the 9 of Cups, or I'm sorry, the 9 of Cups. I'm sorry, the 9 of Wands tells you that no matter how worn down you are, you may feel it might be time for you to guard your own territory carefully. However, in the reversed position, you have to remember that now is the time to try and be flexible. Be more open. And remember that control isn't everything. You have to let go of control. With the King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles is an ultimate provider. And they're deep, like they're so focused on achieving success that sometimes they can get too obsessive. However, when it's reversed, sometimes being domineering and controlling and possessive can actually lead you to the opposite of success. Hard work and perseverance is needed. However, you have to let go of the reins a little. You have to let the divine help you to where you need to be. With the Death card, there are a lot of there's new beginnings coming towards you. There's definitely an ending. It doesn't necessarily mean doom. If you see the sun in the background and this little heart shape, there can actually be positive changes coming. Transformation transformation can be many things. It can be bad, it can be good. However, in pile 1, I specifically see that it is a good change. I see that pile 1 is going to get pregnant in May of 2020. However, energies can change based on the choices we make in our life. Right now, pile 1's energy suggests that pile 1 will get pregnant because of the Death card, because a cycle is ending so new beginnings can come. And the cycle that needs to end is the controlling, possessive, obsessed energy that pile 1 has towards their goal of pregnancy. And as soon as you let that go, you're going to receive your gift. You will get pregnant. So let me know down below if that resonates with you. And I hope that pile 1 has a really good rest of your day. Okay, so moving on to pile 2, we have the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so the page of judgment. Sorry. The Page of Wands is typically a very youthful spirit. It's most likely someone who's younger. It's probably a couple that's in their early to mid 20s, maybe their late 20s, but not necessarily any older than that. And along with being younger, you can tend to have a delusion of reality, because most younger people, and this isn't to offend anyone because I'm younger myself. I'm 25. But most younger people tend to look at the world through rose-tinted glasses. Most younger people don't have a lot of experience with certain things. Now, this may not be the case for you. You may have gone through a lot of stuff in your life. You may have had a rough childhood or what have you. However, most younger people look at the world through rose-tinted glasses. They see everything as amazing and in awe, because when they're in high school, they're not taught about the beauties of life. They're taught about the disruptions and the doom of life. And so when us younger people get out into the world, we're distracted by all of its beauty and all of the kindness, and that tends to make us naive, and we don't see things the way that they actually are. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. However, it can be at times if you get yourself into a rut where you constantly tell yourself wrong information. Like if you misread your intuition, you can be deceitful to yourself. I mean, there's been times when I have been deceitful to myself. And the universe will correct that, however necessary. Now, with the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords typically asks you to stay on your toes. And the Page of Swords also, once again, Page of Swords. Page of Swords is also another young energy. It's also a very energetic young energy. Someone who's very jumpy, someone who gets offended a lot, someone who takes everything for surface value and doesn't look at the deeper side of it, because they tend to get offended a lot. And if this offends you, I apologize. I'm not trying to call anyone out. However, there comes a point when you have to learn reality from the false, like the imagination and reality. You have to discover that line. And sometimes with the Page of Swords, you could be stuck on an idea and a goal so much that you overanalyze everything. So like you're probably desiring a child right now very much. You're probably in a part of your life where you're like, oh, you know what, I'm ready. I know I'm ready. However, the universe is saying, hold on, hold your horses. It's not time. You're not ready. But you're not listening to the universe. Instead, you're feeding your desire, your self-desire for this goal with falsified information, with your own deceit, because you're overanalyzing things. And anytime someone tries to tell you, hey, maybe your nausea isn't because you're pregnant, maybe it's because you ate that spoiled banana. And I know that's a funny analogy, but like, maybe that's all it is. Maybe take a step back and stop forcing yourself to take all these pregnancy tests. Stop forcing yourself to go through these symptoms that you're actually not having. Because the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. You will get your gift. However, it's not going to be in the month of May. It's not time. And the reason it's not time is because you're not open to the truth. But the Nine of Cups does tell you that eventually you will reach your goal. You just have to release your possessiveness and control, and it's okay to be determined. However, don't make it a chore. Don't make sex a chore. Don't force your partner to only focus on making a baby. Make love, enjoy your life. However, see reality for what it is. So let me know down in the comments below if that resonates with you. And I hope pile 2 has a good rest of your day. And just remember that your reward will come to you. Just not now. Because there's certain things that you have to fix about yourself. And you have to realize that there's things to fix about yourself, or else you're not going to make it to your goal. So pile 2, once again, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and let me know down below if that resonates. So pile 3. Will pile 3 get pregnant in the month of May 2020? We have the Queen of Swords. We have the King of Cups in reverse. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so let's see. Now, the Queen of Cups is typically a very sharp-minded, self-aware woman or male. I mean, you could be a man watching this, or you could be a female watching this. However, either way, the one that's watching pile 3, you have intuition. You have a very strong sense of intuition. And you may even be a little bit older. You may be early 30s to late 30s. Not necessarily 40. You could be in your 40s. However, I feel that it's someone around the age of 35 and 36 watching this. Possibly 37 and 38. However, you have a very sharp mind. You've been through things. You understand your experiences. You don't hold things against other people that you've been through. You know reality from false information. And you believe in your intuition very strongly. With the Queen of Swords, she does ask you to remember discipline and be dignified with yourself. And I feel with that card, I feel like you are. I feel like you have gone through so much in your life, and you have learned so many lessons that you have actually come out, and you're embodying this beautiful energy, because you finally figured out who you are, and you actually are ready for your first child, your second child, your fifth child. However many children it may be, but this one that is coming to you, you are ready for, and you know that it's coming. And that's probably why you're watching this right now. So with the King of Cups, the King of Cups typically represents dignity, structure, order, and authority. He may be charismatic, but he also has his opposite side, his little disobedient side almost at times. With reversed, you have to remember that control can be overpowering in a situation, and it can cause the wrong effects. Also, you need to remember to keep your emotions in check as well. Because too much control can lead you to vulnerability. It can lead you to an emotional vulnerability, which can open you up to a lot of negative energies around you. And you don't want the negative to deter you from the desire that you wish, or from the gift that is coming to you. Use caution, and remember, you have to understand where your shortcomings are. You have to accept your shortcomings, accept your faults, and you have to fix them. You have to protect yourself from them. Learn how to combat, well, not necessarily combat with yourself, but learn how to bring out the positive side of yourself, the good of yourself. because our shortcomings can affect us in a lot of ways, and you don't, if this is something that you strongly desire, which is what I feel with the Queen of Swords, I feel like you strongly desire this child, you strongly desire this family dynamic. So you want to remember that your shortcomings can affect. Don't be nitpicky about the others. However, nitpick yourself, but not to the point where you beat yourself down. Nitpick yourself enough where you know where you're wrong and where you need to change it. Because the Wheel of Fortune tells me that your child is coming this month. Your child, you're going to get pregnant this month as long as you take proper precautions. Remember that energy is subject to change based on the choices we make in our life. Every choice we make changes our energy. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it tells me that the divine is moving things along for you. You are going to get pregnant, but you have to remember that you're not always right. You're not always perfect. Just like everyone else, you're human. So as long as you remember that, and you continue to follow this Queen of Swords energy, and you hold yourself accountable for your mistakes and your shortcomings, like the King of Cups in reverse is asking you to, you're going to receive your child. You're going to receive your goal, and you will get pregnant. So let me know down below if that resonates with you. And I hope Pile 3 has a really good rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Bye.